A very good day to one and all. This slide is on audio compression technique. Myself, Dr. Ruchi Kawatra, Associate Professor, IITM. I'll explain you some of the audio compression technique methodology which we can apply so that uh, any audio can be compressed and sent over the medium. As I've already discussed many times, the compression techniques are basically to compress the data from its original form and to transfer it so that the data can be reduced and transferred to another medium. In audio compression, audio signals are digitized using 18 bits per sample, and either you can use PCM encoding method or ADPCM, that is adaptive differential pulse code modulation method, for reducing the data. In this, reduction to around 4 bits per sample is achieved at good quality corresponding to stereo broadcasting. That means the sound quality which is compressed is good and having good effect also, so that the person who is hearing is not able to differentiate between the actual sound and the compressed sound. When encoding still images, different video input formats can be used. These can be a composite as well as component video signals like RGB. In RGB, we have the 3-color spectrum, which is red, green, blue, and each color is processed separately. Digital audio compression allows the efficient storage and transmission of audio data. The various audio compression techniques offer different levels of complexity, compressed audio quality, and the amount of data compression. Audio signals might be discrete time and discrete levels, that is one-dimensional data. The digital representation of audio data offers many advantages like high noise immunity. For example, if there is much noise present in the background, you can make it immune to that. You can have stability and reproducibility. That means that more sound effect, bass effect can be added later on. Audio in digital form also allows the efficient implementation of many audio processing functions, for example, mixing, filtering, and equalization through digital computer. Now there are softwares available where you run any of your song and you can add effects to those songs. The digital audio data consists of a sequence of binary values representing the number of quantizer levels for each audio sample. Whatever audio sample we are picking, we are quantizing so that we are taking only those bits. Redundant bits are always quantized so that we are only taking those bits which we need to transfer. We are not transferring the whole data. Every nth fraction of a second, a sample of sound is taken and stored as digital information in bits and bytes. The quality depends on how often the samples are taken and how many numbers are reduced to represent the values of each sample. The sample size may vary from 4-bit, 18-bit to 16-bit. 8-bit sample size provides 256 equal measurement units to describe the level and frequency of sound in that slice of time. Whereas in 16-bit, we have 65,536 equal units. The value of each sample is rounded off to the nearest integer, and this process is known as quantization. What happens if the amplitude is greater than the interval available? Clipping of the top and bottom of the wave occurs. Otherwise, we keep the data as it is. When the analog signal is sampled, that means my original voice is sampled, its result in discrete values that describe the continuous analog signal. By doing this, certain amount of noise may be added to the signal. Hence, to maintain the quality of the sound, we need to follow the following operations. Like first step, quantization, which I have already discussed, then splitting up the signal. Then we have psychoacoustic models or methods available. We have frequency masking as well as temporal masking. The audio compression technique can be applied on various sampling frequencies, as we can see in the table. We can apply it on 44.1 frequency, 37.8 frequency, 18.9 kilohertz frequency, or 8 kilohertz frequency, and depending on different quantization bits and formats applied, you can get the good quality audio signal. The basic steps of audio encoding is the uncompressed audio data is passed through filter bank as well as psychoacoustic model. Psychoacoustic model takes the advantage of human ears. That means how much sound we can perceive perfectly that we cannot make the differentiate between the original and the compressed data. Then we quantize the data depending on 16-bit, 8-bit sample, and then the multiplexer entropy encoder is there, which gives the bits combined and the compressed audio data can be heard. The audio compression can be used for speech or music. For speech, we need to compress a 64 kilohertz digitized signals, while for music, we need only a 1.411 megahertz signal. The two categories of techniques we can have for audio compression is predictive encoding as well as perceptual encoding. When I talk of predictive encoding, in this method, the difference between the samples are encoded instead of encoding all the sample values. When I am choosing these values, what I do is I eliminate the interpixel redundancy of the closely spaced pixels. That means I'll take only the difference between the actual and the predicted value, and in between the redundant data I can wave it off. I will not read those redundant data. I'll only read those data which is meaningful and which can give me the next predictive value. Several standards have been defined, such as GSM 13 kbps, G.729 which is of 8 kbps, and G.723.3 which is 6.4 or 5.3 kbps. Then we have something called perceptual encoding. What happens in perceptual encoding? This is the most common compression technique used to create CD quality audio and is based on the perceptual coding technique. In this type of technique, what we do, as I already told you, that the human ear has some imperfection. With the decoded bit stream which we take is not the exact copy of the original data. We take the decoded bit stream in such a way that the human ear cannot make out the difference between the original data and the newly added data. So the sensitivity of human is not the same for all frequency. Taking the advantage of that, I make my perceptual audio encoding technology. Whatever the low tone or noise I can make, I will make that, and weaker tone or inaudible I'll reduce using the loud one. This is how this technique works. Thank you.